gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Los Angeles Rams and the Dallas Cowboys. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. This defense for the Rams, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. And I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
They'll run on first down with Akers. They'll get this down to the 38. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Mayfield on play action. And he finds a man on the crossing route. Touchdown, Rams. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader."
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Here's Pollard, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. Defensively, they were all over that. When he decided to keep it, there were a lot of eyes just darted on him.
I wonder if he followed the progressions properly there. I think maybe he really wanted to run with the football. Turned out not to be the correct decision.
Now Prescott on 4th down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. They'll run with Pollard. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. The Cowboys at 2-3 here to begin the new season. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb, and unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Prescott to throw on 4th. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb, and that is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And this defense will take over right at midfield. So their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. A little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe the big guy, the head coach, senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game. That they've got to match them point for point, as opposed to, hey, we'll get them later. Maybe he just has that sense, and that's why he decided to go for it there. So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Micah Parsons drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken around the 12. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And that will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
And he's got some space here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Now Pollard. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On play action. Prescott. Hard throw, incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Fourth down, Prescott. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on fourth down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Damone Clark. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Sliding out of the pocket. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
55 rushing yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Here's Pollard again. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here on these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Prescott now from the 50. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So fourth down coming. We still haven't seen a punt yet. At least here, they're in a reasonable spot to go for.
This I can understand. Some of the others, not so much.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They go for it on fourth down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations.
Touchdown, Cowboys! A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cowboys are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Moore, and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This take it in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Hey, we're 33.
On first and 10, Mayfield. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. On the handoff, running left is Akers. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
Throwing on second and 8. Mayfield. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. A first down throw for Mayfield. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Throwing again, Mayfield on second and 10. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up third and long. And this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal. Because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right?
A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys are lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw complete here to Waller. Finding room at midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. He'll take this to the 46. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Mayfield. Open man, Arcega-Whiteside. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down. Mayfield. Touchdown, LA! A great effort there. 35 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The Rams kickoff team on the field. And here we go with the ball in the air. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
Hey, that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive.
And Prescott, his third interception. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Slot man moves right. Throwing on second and long. Mayfield. That's going to be caught. Arcega-Whiteside. Touchdown. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. 27 yards. And the Rams get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.